All right, so let's talk about the data which we is generated. You see that on the dashboard now, I can see some data over here. So it looks good now because the data has been generated. So it's good. So if I go to my threads, currently, let's see what data will be generated. Intrusion events, I did not create any intrusion policy right now, so we don't have anything. Status, let me see what is in the status. That's okay. I don't have any identity policies, anything right now. Geolocation, nothing, quality. So let's move forward with the access control policy. Now let's go to the access control policy once again. So I will edit that one now. Now I do have the ability to configure the security intelligence. And in the security intelligence, as I said, that I do have the blacklist and the whitelist. So currently on my, I am able to ping 2.2.2. So what I will do is that I have to add here. So in order to add that one, I need to upload a text file. So what I can do is that I can add it to, I will create a new object, new network list, which says that 2.2.2, and I will create a list, and you see that it is asking for my notepad. So click on upload. I don't have anything right now. So let me create one notepad. And I will say that 2.2.2, that is the only IP address. So click on save as, and I will say that I will save it on the desktop, saying that this one is for the security intelligence SI. Click on save. And let's browse that file now. And click on upload. So now you see that number of IPs, it has detected only one, and you see that I have given a name. So what I will do is that I will say security intelligence, and I will click on save. Now I want to block that particular IP. So let me see, where is that one? Security intelligence, add to blacklist. So click on save now. So that should be blocked now. Next, the DNS is also the same thing. So what we have to do is that, for example, what I will do, I will also apply the DNS together now. So I will create a DNS name. So server 1 and server 2 are there. So I will say that this one will be application 1, app 1. That should be 2.1.1.1. Add host. Okay, done. So now let's go back here, and if I say that, go back to my PC, and if I say that this time app1.sysable.com, that should resolve and it should be able to ping. I will create one more notepad that should be saying that app1.sysable.com, and click on save, save as. Desktop, this should be the DNS policy. Click on save, close. Let's go back to our ASA now, firepower, sorry, FTD. So I will go to the policies now. I will go to the DNS policy now. Or I can also go to the access control policy, click on edit. And if I go to the security intelligence tab, and over here I do have a global policy edit. So from anywhere you can go. So if you want to define it within the default one, you can go ahead and define, I think. So let me see. So it's asking me to create that role now. So let's create the DNS role now. Click on add. And I am saying that name should be app1. And I want so whenever the PC is trying to ping 1.1.1, that is app1.sysable.com, the FTD will send a response saying that the domain not found. So click on that one. So that should be the source will be coming from the inside. Network will be coming from 172 network. And the DNS, I don't have any feed. So I will click on add here. And I will say that the DNS list. And I will select that list. And I will browse that list. That is the DNS. And click on upload. So it should detect one DNS name. So click on save. So I will select that one, add it to the list. So what I am doing is that usually I am just editing the global. So Cisco has its own global one. So by default, you're not seeing any rules, but by default, it is been applied. And I'm just adding my rule to that global list. So click on add and click on save. So now that is been saved. Close this one now. That is being saved within this DNS policy. So now once I deploy the policy, so let me do a refresh. So once I apply this policy now, using this security intelligence, it should block 2.2.2 IP address, and using the DNS policy, it should block application app1.sysable.com. So let me go ahead and deploy deployment. And let me select that one and expand. So make sure that I do have the DNS as well as the default DNS policy and security intelligence. So click on deploy and deploy. So let's wait for the deployment now. All right, so it's been like 20 minutes now, so still it is stuck at 8%. So that means there is some issue over here. So if I go to the task, so it is trying to access some kind of object or something, but it is unable to access. So that's the reason it is not able to deploy our policies. But anyhow, that should be fine now. So as I said that how to create and upload the text file and everything, how we can block using the security intelligence. So now let's look at the another feature in the access policy. All right, so let's go ahead and check one more option, that is the geolocation one. So currently I'm still having that issue. The policy has been not been pushed because of my FMC. Looks like there is some issue. So I will go to the access control policy and I will go to the security intelligence. And we should find the rules HTTP progress. Okay, they were supposed to be the geolocation option. I think they have removed that option in 6.7. Well, let me check once again. Let me check inside the rule. Yep. So we used to have the, what do we say? The geolocation option. So where you can block the countries accordingly, but I think they have removed that one now. So let's go to the notification, go to the task now. Still, so the deployment is still at same. Okay, currently it's now pushing the deployment. And also if I check the errors, okay, that was successful. Let's see, I'm hoping just it should push this time now. Looks like. All right, so we used to have the geolocation option over here, which they have removed right now. And you were actually able to block the countries. Let me see on the advanced. No. Logins, no. HTTP response, no. All right, so that was the DNS policy as well as the security intelligence. The only verification is that once this policy is been pushed, I can go ahead and verify that one. So let's go to the deployment. So I have restarted my FMC once again. So I am hoping this should be completed successfully. All right, so I was successful in pushing the policy. Let's go to my PC, and this time, if you remember that I have blocked the DNS, that is app1.sysable.com. So you see that I am not able to reach. And similarly, if I try to ping 2.2.2, if you remember that security intelligence, I am blocking that one. So I'm not able to ping. So if I scroll up, I was able to ping 1.1.1. And also, if I scroll up, you see that I was able to ping 2.2.2 also. But now I'm not even able to ping or not even able to get to the 1.1 network or 2 network. So that was the DNS name. Now let me check with the IP address. Hopefully that should be allowed. Yep, that is allowed. So it's only checking for the DNS name, not for the IP address. That's a good one. We check that one. So if I go to the 2.2.2, the IP address is totally blocked. And I'm not able to get access. So what I will do, I will assign an DNS name for the 2.2.2, that is app2. So I'll go to my DNS, I will create a new host, that should be app2. That will be going to 2.2.2. Okay, done. Let's go back to the PC now. On this PC now, this time, I will say that HTTPS app2.sysable.com and still. So security intelligence works much better than the DNS one because irrespective of DNS name or the IP address, the both of them are blocked. But with the DNS, you see that the DNS name is blocked, but not the IP address. So I hope this was informative for you, and thank you.